Hi everybody, and welcome back to day 2 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot 2019 challenge. Today's prompt is top 5 tarot decks of 2018. So these are decks either purchased or released in 2018. Now the decks I've chosen you have already seen before. If you've watched my previous videos, you've already heard me gush on and on about them, so I'm going to make this quick and I will be showing these decks to you in no particular order. First one is the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. I love the pretty pastel color scheme, and I love unicorns, and I love crystals. So this deck is a breeze to work with because it is an RWS clone. And when I first got this deck, I worked with it hardcore for a few months straight. I loved it that much. It just always brings a smile to my face. Second deck in my top 5 of 2018, the Naked Heart Tarot. I will admit that this was partly a FOMO purchase. I was seeing images of this deck everywhere, all over Facebook and Instagram. So while I love the images, I did worry that I wouldn't pick up this deck that often if I did end up getting it, because I have a couple other animal decks that I just don't feel called to use all that often, even though I love animals. And of course, Crystal Unicorn is the exception to that. I used that one a lot and continue to, but I succumbed to the FOMO anyway, and I'm glad I did because I connected with this deck straight away. Third deck is the Sun and Moon Tarot, and I did trim the borders off of these cards. I love how the 4 elements are so strongly depicted in these images. I think the art is gorgeous. And this is my first deck that doesn't show only white people. It actually depicts people of color. And even though this is a Thoth-based deck, because I trimmed the keywords off, I have had no issues with connecting with this deck and using it. Fourth deck is the Skeleton Tarot, and I will say that this is near the top of the list. If you know me at all, then you know that I love skeletons. I don't know why I have a thing for skeletons, but I do. And these skeletons are hilarious, and they are adorable. And this is another RWS clone, so it was easy to work with from the get-go. And one of my favorite things about this deck is that they've changed the cups to mugs. And so, again, a lot of the imagery for that suit just cracks me up. And this is one of my first black and white decks, and I love it. I love the art. My 5th and final selection for the top 5 tarot decks of 2018 is the Spirit Keepers Tarot, another black and white deck. And this one is a hard hitter, and I mean that in the most positive way. It is direct. And while at first I was intimidated about using it, I found that I was able to connect with it quite quickly, and I've been using it with ease, and especially now that I've been implementing the Book of Maps, it's just been such a pleasure to work with. And those are my top 5 tarot decks of 2018. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for day 3.